All right, Father Archer, what are these things in this fancy glass case?
This is a reliquary, and a reliquary houses relics of saints. And these are what we call first-class relics. First-class relic would be a part of the body of a person, a saint, rather.
A real body part.
A real body part, and these are all bones. First I'll tell you who they are and why we have relics in the Catholic Church. The first one is St. Leo the Great.
Okay.
And then St. Catherine Labouré on the left. St. Bridget of Sweden. And then on the bottom would be St. Thomas Becket, who was a famous English archbishop and martyr.
Wow. And these are bone fragments.
Those are bone fragments. And we venerate relics as a way of helping us grow in holiness by being in more touch with the saint whose relics these are. And a lot of people out there might think, oh, relics, bones, gross, that's just so macabre. But how many people out there wouldn't pay up if they could get like a shoe from Michael Jordan?
Right.
Or,
That's right.
Historians get a lock of hair from Abraham Lincoln.
It kind of reminds you of the great things that they did as well. It's
Well,
large.
that's the reason for the relics. Is part of the reason for the relics is to remind you of the great things that they did and how holy they were. The same thing with statues in the church. We don't worship statues. They're to remind us of the lives of the saints, who those statues represent. So we don't worship statues. We don't pray to the statue.
Just like if you have a picture of a loved one on your wall.
Right. You don't worship your loved one. That's to remind you of your loved one.
Right. And I also see you have some Harry Potter books here. You weren't lying when you said you read the whole series.
Yes.
More than 11 times through. You're on your 13th round.
Correct.
That's awesome. And what's that right there? What's that? Who is that? Yeah.
Saint Junipero Serra. He's the father of California. He was the founder of the missions in California.
Oh, cool. Well, that's awesome. That's a fancy case, and that's a really cool story behind it. And how old are those bones? Are these like people from the 1800s or?
Oh my goodness, no. Saint Leo, he was pope from 440 to 461.
Are you kidding me?
No.
440
to 461
Not
was when he was pope.
So these are over 1,000 years old, Father.
Thomas Becket, he was martyred in 1170 in his cathedral. Saint Catherine Labouré, she was 19th century. And Saint Bridget of Sweden was 14th century.
That's really incredible. You said Pope who was from?
Pope
14?
Leo the Great Pope Leo the Great is the one on the top. That's from 440 to 4. He was pope from 440 to 461 is when he died.
That's incredible. Wow. All right. Well, thank you very much.
You're welcome.